Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with the Go Sparky Go Challenge in Clash Royale. So, if you are unaware with how this thing works, there's a big Sparky that pops up in the middle. If you end up capturing it by killing it before the opponent, then you're going to end up getting it, and it will end up blasting immediately. It attacks really, really quickly. So, if you're trying to take it and your opponent ends up taking it, all of your units that are on the ground will get destroyed very quick. You want to make sure that you don't end up missing it. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity to go and snag it. So that's why we use Inferno Dragon and Mini Pack as the best ways of countering it. You're also going to end up having cards in the air like, Bats or Inferno Dragon to be able to finish it off. And then also you're going to have Spear Goblins, and you're going to end up having the Firecracker that outrange the Sparky in the middle. So because of that, it's going to work pretty well. Also, having Skeleton Barrel is nice because the Skeleton Barrel is able to bypass and lock onto the tower. The Sparky will be able to protect that Skeleton Barrel and all of your other counter pushing cards. So let's just jump into the action. Let's go and try to get a 12 win. This is the highest ranked deck for the challenge right now. Out of every single deck in the game, this one has like an 80% win rate. And I looked at Royale API, so it is statistically the best one. So just wanted to show you guys and tell you guys that so then everyone knows. Also, with the Inferno Dragon, we might even take it. Yeah, look at that. He ended up going for a Fireball, Skeletons, and spent way more elixir than my Inferno Dragon and still got a pretty bad trade. The one thing that we're going to do here is I think I'm going to go in for a zap just so the Firecracker doesn't get the shot. So then if we kill the Firecracker with the Spear Goblins, then obviously he's going to not get the trade that he was looking for. Firecracker just got finished off, and we can go for a Skeleton Barrel Bats. Also, hopefully everyone's doing really well today. I love you guys. Super grateful for this community. And I know I say that almost every single stream, but you guys have no idea how much of an impact y'all make on my life in general. It's like a huge thing. I wake up and I'm like, kind of excited to stream, and it gives me like a massive purpose throughout the day. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here. We're going to get those Spear Goblins on top of the tower again using the exact same interaction with the Firecracker and zapping it. And that's a really good strat. And notice how the Sparky just stays for you. They can't really drop units that will try to counter the Skeleton Barrel unless it's like a ground unit really close to their tower. But if they drop it near the tower, then the Firecracker can splash onto it too. We're just going to go for a Mini Pack here. He's also going to have the Evolved Firecracker. I wonder who wins this one. I think probably him, but we'll see. Wow. Wow. We won that interaction too. I guess this isn't like a very fair deck to play into. Imagine playing into the #1 ranked deck for the challenge, and you're just getting destroyed 24/7, 365. This guy's about to go and lose his Firecracker as well. The Mega Knight's still going to stay alive. We can go for Spear Goblins and Bats and make kind of a preparation for his Sparky counters. I think that, yeah, we just kill the Hog Rider, and then we're in a good spot because we can go Skeleton Barrel. And even though he's going to end up having Firecracker and Log and some other cards that are a bit annoying, our Mega Knight should be able to be strong enough to be this defensive card that we need. Skeleton Barrel is going to lock onto the tower. The Mega Knight's going to go jump on the Firecracker. And then, obviously, as you guys can see, this has been a very dominant game. I bet you he goes in for a Hog Rider after he kills the Sparky, but he has to wait for the Sparky to fall. So that's one of the reasons why I really like the Skeleton Barrel, because the Skeleton Barrel doesn't get targeted by the Sparky. Meanwhile, this guy can't go in for his Hog Rider for a while, because if he does, he's just going to end up getting destroyed. Oh, he just left. Wow. I guess that does happen. Also, let's take a look at everyone's comments and stuff. Jake, my homie, back with another stream. W. What's up, Anthony? I love you, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream again. Greetings from Venezuela. Oh, cool, dude. How's life? Life's been going pretty okay. I mean, can't complain too much. Lots of good things been happening with streams and sponsorships, and just really lucky that that's been working. Is Pekka Bridge Spam good for this? No, I would not. Tag looking like a crime boss with his hair slicked back. Dude, we're ready to steal some towers and assert dominance. You already know, man. GG, the best CR player. I'm definitely not the best CR player. Not even close. I have a lot of fun when I play, though. And really grateful that, I can play with you guys every day. All right, so we're just going to go for a Mini Pack, and we're also going to go in for an Inferno Dragon, because our Mini Pack attacked first. We should win this interaction, but if he zaps, then I guess it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, so notice how the Inferno Dragon is still going to give us value. We can go in for our Spear Goblins here. And then I think I'm going to go for a zap just to guarantee that the Mini Pack dies, and he doesn't get any extra damage. I think that just the Spear Goblins, I would have been fine if I dropped them closer to my tower immediately. But, it's early in the morning. Didn't really drop it as fast as I could have. Could have been a lot better. It's all good, though. Wait, is he running the exact same deck? I think that a lot of people in this meta are running the same stuff. Pretty sure Inferno Dragon wins against Mini Pack in this interaction. I guess we'll find out. Because the Mini Pack takes one more shot after that, and then obviously it doesn't work. Fine. Notice how the Firecracker outranges everything, as I was talking about before. Firecracker and Spear Goblins are some of the best cards in this game mode, so definitely something that most people are not doing right now. All right, we're going to go for a zap. Okay, that ended up doing way more damage. Well played to Stan. I hope that we can still win this. I wanna see if we can MacGyver our way through. Obviously, I haven't been playing as much as normal in Clash Royale, so I do want to make sure I play my best here. I want to make sure that we can pop off and get this 12 wins. Ideally, we don't have any losses, but I think this might be one. We'll see though. Good morning, Superstar. I watch all your videos, catching you live for the first time. What's the benefit that we get from using your creator code? Okay, so if you use it in the Supercell store, Supercell in-game store, and you buy all their stuff there, then you're gonna actually get like a percentage back. You guys, like, not just for me, but you'll get a percentage off of your purchases. So it won't cost as much if you use the Supercell store. It's online and you link your account, and then I think you get like, I don't know, is it 5% back, or like you 5% less for all your purchases? But if you use my creator code in the regular shop, then it just benefits me. Either way, the creator code, if you end up using a creator code in any Supercell store, any Supercell game, it benefits the creator huge, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to do my content without the support that I get from the creator code. Also, all of the other stuff, like from sponsorships and you guys just watching and supporting me. So I really wouldn't be able to do YouTube full time without you guys. And I want to say thanks again for that. And especially everyone that uses my creator code, or it uses any content creator's creator code. It does help a lot more than you guys might think. Also, jumping back to this game here, I think we're definitely in a better spot than we were before, right? We might be able to snag the Sparky as well. I think we do snag the Sparky. Does that pull? Oh, it does. Oh, the skeleton barrel got pulled. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the skeleton barrel, I guess, treats the Sparky as a building, which is pretty funny. Obviously, really, really good for us. We can maybe win this. Guys, I'm looking at this and we might have a chance. Wow. I really thought we were 100% screwed. We made it happen, baby. Let's go. You guys let me know if that's ever happened to you guys, where you're like, oh, I'm definitely dead. And then you make a comeback that you didn't expect. You're like, wait, how? What went on there? Casually using a mid-ladder deck? No, I'm not using a mid-ladder deck. I explained it at the very start. This is the best deck for the challenge. It's got a 70% win rate. So out of like all the decks that everyone's playing, by far one of the best decks. How are you doing, SirTag? I'm doing really well that I'm streaming and having a good time with you guys. Greetings from Utah. Hey, greetings from Seattle right now. That's where I'm currently at. Clutch? Yes, sir. Greetings from Italy. How hyped are you for the Evo recruits? I'm very hyped for the Evo recruits, but that's also because it's one of my main decks in Clash Royale, so, I mean, I'm super biased on that. Obviously, if it wasn't my main deck, I don't know if I would be as hyped, but, yeah, very, very excited to see how good they are, and also if they're good for the game. I have a sneaking suspicion that every evolution is going to be slightly better than it should be at the very start, and then it will eventually get nerfed, and then everyone's going to go and bypass Royale or whatever, and then get it. I have no idea, though. I feel like all the new cards, like Supercell doesn't want them to be bad, because if there's a new card that comes into the season, number one, they won't make that much money if it's bad. Number two, it's not going to be that exciting. So they're incentivized in two aspects to make sure that the card is actually playable. And if it's going to be playable, a lot of times Clash Royale might end up err on the side of caution and make it too good. So it's easier when you have to have a benchmark, or you have to fulfill an obligation, and you are already having to hit this prerequisite. Like, let's say you, life or death scenario, you have to be there at 7 p.m. Eastern, right? And you're like, wait, I have to be at this dinner at this time. Well, you're probably going to make it earlier, right? Because you absolutely need to be there. So same thing for Supercell, right? If they absolutely need to make this card viable, they're probably going to make it a little bit better than viable, because that's what they have to do, right? They can't just fulfill the bare minimum. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too hardcore on that, but that's what I assume. That's my thought process. I overanalyze a lot of stuff. Hey, what's up, Chocolate Chip? What's going on, man? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Started following you. My gameplay has improved greatly. Thank you. I wish you the best always. Oh, thank you, man. It's really cool to see that. Also, if you guys want to support me, the best way of doing that for free is just liking this video and then subscribing to the channel. I put out daily videos at 3 p.m. Eastern every single day. If you guys want to see a live stream when there's new challenges, or if you want to just support me for free, the best way of doing that is liking and, you know, following or subscribing to the channel. Yo, the Blood Ruby says $100. Oh my gosh. First off, thank you so much. My man's out here just trying to pay for my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner for multiple days in a row. This guy is out here. Thank you so much. That, I don't know, that's really heartwarming. I love watching your videos. Show the enemy who's boss. Yeah, dude, I got this game, no doubt about it. Let's freaking go, dude. Huge thank you. I might lose the tower here, but if that happens, I still think I'm in an okay spot. Maybe I don't even lose the tower, though. Maybe I don't lose the tower, though. Oh, bro, look at that. How do we finesse it? I don't even know. All right, let's go for a zap. Oh, that zap was bad. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So the balloon hog rider combination is obviously overpowered, 100%. I can't believe it worked out so well for him, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, we can just go for spear goblins here. We're totally fine. We're going to go in for Inferno Dragon Skeleton Barrel, and then we're going to probably go in for another Firecracker here at the river. So we're just going to continuously spam all of our stuff, and this should work out, because if he goes in for a Valkyrie, it's not going to be enough. Skeleton Barrel connects to the tower. We go in for a zap on top of all the skeletons, and then have our bats and Inferno Dragon potentially lock on the tower here. We go mini pack it. It should wander back towards the Sparky afterwards. It'd be pretty cool. Okay, never mind. It didn't want to do what it was supposed to do. I don't know why it would do that to me, but okay. All right, we're going to go for the Firecracker here. I think that if we're able to kill the Sparky, that would be huge, but I don't know if it's going to work. Obviously, we want to get control of the middle, so that would be the ideal situation for us. Go for a zap here, try to reset the Inferno Dragon. I think our Inferno Dragon does win out, and then we blast the Wizard. Nice. That might seem really weird for you guys, like, wait, how does the Sparky shoot instantly? But that makes such a big difference winning the Sparky in the middle. Like, if your opponent's going to have a ranged card that's able to kill your Inferno Dragon, and then they can't kill it anymore, and they're like, wait, you just wasted 5 elixir, and yeah, I won the battle in the middle, and I was able to tank for all of your cards as well with the Sparky. It just worked out so well. Hey, the guy's name is Sir German. I haven't noticed that. Damn. Hey, I got upset because I'm stuck in Arena 9. But watching you keeps my motivation going. Love you, man. Dude, one of the main things that I realized in Clash Royale, it's so easy to get upset at mobile games. It's so easy to get upset just playing video games and like losing or whatever. But when you have a realization that, you know, so many other things in life happen are worth like actually, you know, worrying about, or worth like actually having situations happen, like you start gaining an appreciation for what you have and stuff like that. I don't know. I talked to a lot of my friends over the past like months and so. There's things that they went through, and it's just like, wow. It just puts things in perspective a lot of times. It's like, wow, I genuinely can't believe that some people are just so strong. And it makes me happy to realize that, you know, if your worst problem, or if you're ever getting upset about a mobile game, your life is really freaking good then. At least for me. That's one thing that I realized is like, wow, I'm really lucky to have that as a thing. Like, I haven't gotten upset in a mobile game in like, probably, I don't know, I haven't gotten upset in Clash Royale to the point that I've raged or anything in a long time. Probably like a year or so. But yeah, that was one of those things that I realized from my friends. I'm picking up a game after a little break. What deck do you main with Royal Recruits? I want to start leveling one up. Yeah, so I wouldn't suggest a Royal Recruits deck right now, because I don't know what's going to be strong after the balance changes and after the Royal Recruits evolution gets added to the game. So I can't give you a deck right now, but what I was running before, if you type in SirTag Royal Recruits, there's a lot of different decks on that. So if you want to see what my favorite Royal Recruits decks are currently, there's the latest one. Just click on that, and there it is. However, it might change after the balance changes come out, and there's new evolution stuff. I'm never a huge fan of making theorycraft videos on stuff that I don't know. Just because I don't like when people invest into things and they aren't necessarily... and they're expecting something from me, right? And you guys are like, wait, Jake, you said that this would be the best deck in the game or whatever. The only time I ever do that is if I consult a lot of pros and spend a ton of time on it. And I haven't had the time to like look at the best Royal Recruits deck with evolution yet. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe, you know, a lot of times it often is the deck that we played before. Like, it is still like the same deck, and maybe it's just changed slightly because people would want to just experience what it's like with their comfort decks, the ones that they've played their entire time playing Clash Royale. Love your hair. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just woke up and then, you know, went in the shower, and then my hair kind of just looks like this. I don't know. Just how it is. A lot of times you can put gel or powder in it, and it looks a lot better than this. But yeah, it's just how it will always be, man. All right, we're going to go for Spear Goblins here, and then we'll go for a Mega Knight. And it looks like that my Mini P.E.K.K.A wins. Yeah, my Mini P.E.K.K.A does win this. Wait, it just died. Huh? Did you guys see that? What just happened? Did we both get it at the exact same time? Wait. Neither of us got the Sparky. Is that a glitch? You guys saw that, right? That was whack. It's probably like a crown trade at the same time. And the game just like canceled out, and they're like, wait, neither of you guys deserve it. That was pretty funny, not gonna lie. What's your prediction on the next Evo card? Well, we already know it's gonna be Royal Recruits, right? So I don't know what's gonna happen after that. It just disappeared. I know, right? It just dipped. It was never to be seen again, man. Insane stuff. All right, we're going to go for a Firecracker here. We're going to splash onto the Dark Goblin, and then he can't really respond to the Firecracker unless he's going to try to activate King Tower. Such a bad spot for him. First time I've seen that. Sus? Yeah, dude. Super sus. I don't understand. Sparky! No! Okay. Let's just Inferno Dragon and then Mini P.E.K.K.A on top of the bowler. Go for a Zap here. The Zap was not great. Wait. Wait. No way do I win that. Oh my gosh. If he doesn't Zap or Log, we get it. Let's go! Wait. That was so lucky. That was so lucky on my end. I'm not even a fib. I didn't deserve that. I'll take it, though. That's a vibe. Nice. Wait, does the Sparky get outranged by the bowler? Or is the bowler just like... I guess the bowler's super slow, so the Sparky disintegrates. So that's kind of unfortunate. We're just going to let that go. Go for Inferno Dragon off to the side. Let's go Firecracker. Sometimes one of the #1 things in Clash is just knowing when the battle is lost, right? So I don't like try to take a tower that I know is a forfeit. I'm not going to spend my time on that. It's not worth it, you know? So instead, I will make sure that I procure a decent position with a Sparky and then get an Inferno Dragon down and then go all this Elixir and then look at my spot and be like, wait, that's pretty good. Not even going to fib. I totally enjoy this placement. Do you think E-Drag is underrated, SirTag? In this challenge or in the game in general? Because in the game in general, it's really good with golems. So I think it's properly rated. Like, it's not necessarily a bad card that people don't play. It's just not necessarily the best card in the game. And if it's only good in a couple different decks that have tanks, then sure, that those are the decks that it will continue to be played in, and it's properly rated then. It's like Goblin Giant, right? Goblin Giant's really good with Sparky, but it's not necessarily that great with other decks. So from that standpoint, like, I think it's properly rated, right? Still a pretty cool card. Definitely something that should be played, but at the same time, it shouldn't be played a ton. Anyway, getting back to business here, we're going to go for the Inferno Dragon, and then we're going to be able to melt all that stuff. Going for a Zap as well. Mini P.E.K.K.A on top of the Goblin Giant. That Goblin Giant was such a bold decision, because now it's going to get blasted by the Sparky. And then Spear Goblins are going to come through. Wait, guys, I told you, like, just controlling the middle of the map, such a big deal. Especially since you have, like, Skeleton Barrels, Inferno Dragons, all these things counter-pushing at all points in time. It's really difficult for the opponent to be able to defend everything. What's your most hated card? My most hated card? Oof. I actually don't know, man. I think probably Expo or Rocket or anything that's, like, super defensive. Because the way that I like to play Clash Royale is I like playing fast, fun-paced games where I don't necessarily know what's going to happen, but I know that I'm going to have a good time. And if I'm able to do that, then I really enjoy the game. I truly enjoy the game at a different level. And if you're not able to do that, then I think it's not necessarily Clash Royale for me. It's just a completely different game. If I am not able to enjoy, you know, having that fast and fun-paced action, it just doesn't feel like the game that I love, you know? So Expo, if Expo was Clash Royale and I just played that every single game, I probably wouldn't be playing Clash Royale that much. Even last night, like, I was a little bit tired and I just wanted to play Clash to take a little bit of a break. I think I played against 2 Expos in a row in my battle log, and I lost 2 games, and I'm just like, they're dropped defensive Expos the entire time. And just, you know, I just logged off. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to go to bed. I'll play tomorrow because I'll probably have more fun then. That's one thing for me is I never record, I never force videos, I never do things that I don't want to do. I always play this game whenever I want to. And luckily, that's super often. Luckily, that's generally me getting a video every single day. Generally, that's me vibing and enjoying it. I don't know. It's a really lucky position to be in. Because I know most people don't even like the game that they create content on for YouTubers. Most people get super burnt out and hate the content, and I don't know. It's just it hasn't happened to me yet. So fingers crossed. Your hair looks like Elvis today. It's excellent. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I didn't even try, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that my hair looks stunning today. Playing Expo just for the sake of winning, not for the sake of playing. That's why I hate it. Well, you know, you can't really hate players for just, like, trying to win games. That's the thing. Like, for me, I never, like, rage at the player for doing that. If you want to do defensive Expos and rocket cycle me, you know, that's your own prerogative. And then if you end up doing well and you end up getting high ranks, like, still, hats off to you. You played well then. It's just not something that I enjoy playing against. I love how you communicate with your viewers. Yeah, dude, I try to read every single comment that I can, especially during these streams. You know, like, I want these streams to be more of a personality thing where you guys get to know me. I get to know you guys. I get to answer any questions. That's what I like. Been realizing that they have been making Evo cards only common cards. Yeah. They told me that that was like one of the things that they wanted to start doing at the start, just because a lot of the common cards are kind of not used as much, right? A lot of the common cards don't really have special abilities. If they start off with common cards, then it's cooler because also another thing that they thought was, imagine starting off with legendary cards or a higher rarity. Not everyone can max out those cards. Not everyone can get those cards, have access to them. So you got to give Clash Royale credit from that department, where for the evolutions, they wanted to make sure everyone had access to the cards. Everyone has barbarians. Every single person in the game is going to be able to run Royal recruits if they want to, just by leveling it up and requesting the card. So yeah, it might take a time to upgrade the cards, but you will be able to get access to it, and you won't be sitting there wondering like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I ever supposed to make this happen? So it's a really cool thing, and I'm glad Clash Royale decided to do that. If they didn't, I think it would have been really bad for the game. So, you know, makes me happy. Evolution makes the game harder for free-to-play players. I disagree with that, actually, because you can easily get like one evolution, and if you get one evolution as a free-to-play player, I think that if you get that evolution, it gives you an advantage against all of the pay-to-win players. All the pay-to-win players that are not necessarily that good at Clash Royale, they're not going to be able to cycle very fast because they're going to be running these slow, clunky Mega Knight balloon decks, right? And if you run an evolution, you can extract so much value from that card just by cycling to it as fast as you possibly can. The people that aren't necessarily very good at the game might have higher level cards, but if you get more evolutions are better than higher level cards. So when I was pushing up with like a level 11 Firecracker, I was beating like level 14 cards really easily, just because the Firecracker was so strong. So think about it from that perspective. Always try to challenge your own beliefs. Always try to challenge from different perspectives, and you might actually come away with something that's like kind of crazy. Also, one thing that I've been trying to do recently, so for food, a lot of times when you grow up and you get older, you're like, you know, I still hate this food because I hated it from my childhood. I like disregarding the fact that I disliked something and trying again and just having a new experience with it. When I'm older, when I have different restaurants, or maybe I tried at a higher rated place, right? Like, for instance, duck, right? Duck was something that I always said I hated, but I was like, wait, let's just try it again. Let's see if I like it. Let's try a different restaurant where the reviews are really good, and also like put myself in a position where I could potentially like it. And if you disregard the fact that you have a preconceived notion of disliking something, a lot of times you'll end up liking it. It's not necessarily an easy thing for a lot of people to do for certain things that's like scarring, right? Like, food is definitely not scarring, so you should be able to like it if it's actually good, and if you know, you go into things with an open mind again. Except it isn't easy getting an evolution. No, it isn't easy, but I mean, if you play the free challenges and stuff, you will be able to get an evolution. They gave away 2 shards for free at the very start. They gave away an evolution shard each time that there was a challenge. Like, Clash Royale will continue to do stuff like that, and you know, because of that, I would say that it's definitely not something that, you know, you should be saying, wow, it's actually impossible or whatever. Because if you have that mentality, then you're just, you know, you're putting yourself in a bad spot, you know. I don't know. A lot of people end up doing that. And it's just like, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, that should have died. Wait. All right, guys. We're going to focus up a little bit more. I did not focus at all in this game, so that's my fault. That's totally my bad. A little bit embarrassing, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, that Inferno Dragon is definitely going to go and snag the Sparky, but if the mini P.E.K.K.A hits the tower twice, then we would be in a good spot. This might be our first loss. Might be our first loss. I didn't play this very well. We do get 2 shots, I think, as I expected. We can go for the Inferno Dragon and then go in for Bats afterward. Cool thing about this is the Firecracker actually doesn't die to arrows, and this guy didn't know that, so that's good. We can go for a Skeleton Barrel maybe and go for Spear Goblins, and then hopefully the Firecracker locks onto the tower, but there's a high likelihood that he's able to finish it off. Fortunately for us, the Princess doesn't actually kill everything immediately. The Inferno Dragon probably wins this interaction for us. I don't like the fact that he has Electro Wizard, which is the main concernment for us. Yeah, so the Inferno Dragon does lock onto... No, it does not hit it. Okay, so yeah, we lose this game. This is my first game that I didn't really focus that much, guys. I'm super sorry. This should have been a win. But hey, you don't play perfect in every game that you play. Let's Clash Royale for you and bounce on the next one. At least that's what I've learned. I'd like to play perfect in every game, but it rarely happens. Yummy, yummy mini P.E.K.K.A pancake, hey? Yeah, mini P.E.K.K.A loves pancakes and P.E.K.K.A loves butterflies, I think, from the Clash Royale lore. I'm curious, what does your family think about what you're doing for a living? Yeah, so I have white parents. They're really chill. I think a lot of times some of my friends have really strict parents that like force them into very specific things, whereas my parents are like, do what you enjoy in life. And it turned out pretty good. there are definitely things that I wish that I pursued a little bit more. Like, I wish that I was more pursuing the academic route when I was younger, because I was pretty good at the things that I was doing, but I kind of didn't necessarily force myself to do it. So I wish I was pushed a little bit more in that direction. But at the same time, I'm very, very fortunate that my childhood was like one of the best childhoods you could ever ask for. Like, I can look back at that and I can be like, wow, I really remember amazing times. I remember growing up and having like some of the most memorable moments of my life. Instead of some of my friends ended up having these moments where they were actually just straight up miserable because their parents forced them to do a lot of different things that necessarily weren't necessarily, how do I say, like, good for their mental health, I would say. It was kind of scarring. So there's definitely a nice balance to have. Very, very fortunate and happy that my parents love what I do. And yeah, they support me unconditionally. So that was one of the coolest things that I have. And I grew up and I realized how lucky I was to have the parents that I have. Because obviously, like, when you're younger and you don't necessarily have very many experiences, you will just kind of look at your experiences as they are, and you will kind of feel ungrateful for a lot of things, or you won't necessarily realize how lucky you are or your position compared to other people until you really get to experience the other people. You know, that's one thing that I realized. All right, let's go skeleton barrel here and see what else we can do. How much money did you spend on the game? I think I spent like around 1.2 thousand. And the reason why is because like when this game was coming out and like you had to max out your account, you ended up having to spend a lot more money. So the earlier days in Clash Royale, I spent probably $800, and then after season passes and maybe some shop offers and stuff, I think I spent another 400 in the last couple years. So I haven't spent that much on Clash comparatively to a lot of other people, but definitely have spent quite a bit. I made it all back though when I ended up creating, or when I ended up, what was it? Sorry, I ended up winning in King's Cup, and I won $5,000 playing this game. So definitely some situation where very, very lucky to be in the spot that I was in. So pretty happy that it worked out that way. Okay, so we're gonna go in for a skeleton barrel here. You guys might be flaming me like, why would you ever do that? But it makes sense just because I need to be able to distract the rest of the stuff. Mother Witch is such a nuisance though. Man. What a good card for him to be playing right now. All right, I think we're fine. No, that was a great zap. I think we might get finesse. Unless... Oh, we got lucky. Okay, that's so good. Because obviously if we can kill the Mother Witch, then the Firecracker might be able to allow us to get a mini P.E.K.K.A shot, and that's even better. All right, we can go for the Inferno Dragon. We're going to go for Spear Goblins just to go and pull. We know that he has Mother Witch back in cycle, so we want to win the battle at the river. We want to kill the Sparky whenever it comes out. Really hoping that the Sparky comes out soon. The guy's got Electro Dragon, though, which is kind of a nuisance. Yeah, this guy is such a menace. Because he has Electro Dragon, too. It's just way harder. So we're not going to be able to have a good interaction here unless we go opposite lane. I learned that the hard way here. We're going to try to go for a Firecracker. He's got poison as well for the Firecracker, so... Yeah, this game is just getting exponentially harder for me. He's also going to have arrows, so I think we have to go for Spear Goblins up top so that he can't arrows on everything. I'm going to go in for this. He goes Mother Witch in the wrong side. Pretty important for us to have that happen. The fact that he Mother Witch in the wrong side is really, really big for us. And then if the mini P.E.K.K.A goes back towards the side that we need it, and then we can go for a zap, then we could be okay. I think we win that interaction. I think our Inferno Dragon barely wins it. Nice. With Spear Goblins down here. Going for this. Interesting arrows. Mother Witch in the wrong side. That's what we were hoping for. Go for a Firecracker here. Okay. Alright, we can kind of ignore everything. I mean, the Electro Dragon is such a bad thing for us to play into here. I'm not even going to fib. Like, that card is just so hard for us to kill. Because we don't necessarily have a good answer to it. The Mega Knight, I guess, is going to give us stuff. He's also going to have arrows, too. Like, this is a definite hard counter. The guy, I think, built the deck specifically to beat our deck, since our deck is the most played deck in the game in this challenge. Unless we can get super lucky. I mean, there's always a chance, right? Always a chance, guys. Like, assume the Skeleton Barrel connects to the tower and he doesn't arrows it. Oh, he's got Zap, too. I kind of forgot that that's the case. The guy literally has arrows and Zap in the same deck. Like, what? Yeah, this is like a full hard counter. This is like a full hard counter. Alright, so you can't really do much here. I tried my absolute hardest. The guy legitimately had Electro Dragon, Mother Witch, Zap, arrows. Ugh. Ugh. That is definitely a loss. Jake just got outplayed 2 times in a row. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to say outplayed, that's just disingenuous, I think. You know, like that matchup was really, really hard. Anyway, we jump to the next one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well tried, SirTag. Yes, sir. We vibing. We having a good time. Let's get it. We go for the Inferno Dragon. Try his deck. I'm not going to run a deck that is built specifically to beat one deck. I think, okay, so let's say this, right? You're going into the world with a fork, and you really want to go and eat some soup. You're going to use that fork, and you might do really, really well eating some meat, eating some chicken, right? But what happens when you run into soup? Are you going to do okay? Probably not, right? I want a spork, dude. I want something that's good in almost every single situation. Obviously, that's just an analogy. That's kind of how I feel, though. I don't really want to run something that only works in one very specific situation. That is great in one deck matchup where, sure, you can win that deck matchup, but I'd rather run the best deck, the deck that has the highest chances of winning, the one that has the highest win rate. And that's the reason why I'm showing this deck today, you know? You guys will likely have the highest chances of winning if you run this. At least right now, this is the highest win rate deck in the challenge. And that's the reason why I'm showing it. Also, the cool thing is, like the Inferno Dragon, even if you end up not getting the Sparky, what happens is the Inferno Dragon will be able to kill the Sparky from your opponent, right? So a lot of different things. Again, I said that the Firecracker outranges the Sparky. The bats don't get hit by the Sparky. The mini P.E.K.K.A damages down the Sparky. For a variety of different reasons, it's really good. Good Magic Archer placement. Yeah, the opponent's played really well. He's definitely not a bad player. Got to give him credit for being good. What do you think about, oh yeah. I don't really want to give you guys any, like, takes on different countries and stuff like that, because I genuinely have no idea what the heck is happening. So if I give you an opinion on something that's wrong, and I say something stupid, then, you know, I'm saying that in front of thousands of different people, right? I generally I don't give you takes on things that I don't know. Which sounds like a really PC answer, but it's also just a reality, right? If you don't know something, don't say something stupid, because, you know, then you have to take accountability for something dumb that you said. You're awesome. It make me feel better about being 24 and addicted to this game. Well, dude, to be fair, I get a lot from this game. Like, it's, for me, there's a lot of fulfillment from it. Like, I ended up getting a lot from just talking to the community, realizing that I make a lot of people's days better. And then also on top of that, like, I genuinely am able to look forward to this every single day as something that I can do as a relaxation point where I can take the time out of my day, no matter what's happening, and it's reliable that there's always going to be people here watching, and it's really cool. So that's one thing that I think that if you're doing something that you enjoy every single day, and it's not necessarily productive, and maybe it's not fulfilling you in some other way, like, you know, video games generally aren't super omega productive. Still do them because, you know, self-care and then doing things that you enjoy. But make sure it doesn't go past the unhealthy point, right? Like, don't play 6 or 7 hours of Clash Royale a day, you know? I love watching your content. I was wondering if I could add you to my friends list so I could spectate games and learn from you, says Duck. Yeah, so I add everyone that's a member. So if you join the membership of the channel, then you can add me as a friend. If you haven't gotten to add me yet and you are a member, make sure that you guys end up going to the page and saying, hey, Jake, I'm a member now. Can you give me, can you send me your friend link? And it's on the channel membership page. So it's on the community tab. So just send me a message there. What's your favorite word to mispronounce? So I think it's mischievous. That's how you're supposed to say it. But I always said mischievous. I don't know why. I think it was probably because of the Pokemon. One of the Pokemon that I learned when I was younger. Like, I don't know. I played a ton of Pokemon, and I think there was some ghost Pokemon that said, like, mischievous, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just completely making stuff up, but I remember something from Pokemon that I mispronounced all the time, or something related to Pokemon that made me think that way. So, yeah, that's definitely my favorite word to mispronounce for sure. The Inferno Dragon isn't going to give him that much value because we have the King Tower activation. Alright, Firecrackers trade evenly. We're just going to go Skeleton Barrel. We're going to get ready for this Sparky. It's Inferno Dragon early on, so then we already have that planted. So as you guys can see, the Inferno Dragon plus Sparky will do really well against the Mega Knight right now. And then we can go in for our own Mega Knight afterward if we want to. Or we can just let that die, and that's fine too. Yeah, let's just let it die and then go for a Mega Knight and then bats. Inferno Dragon's going to wander its way in front, which is not ideal, but it's fine. The bats are going to give us some nice value. He's going to go for a Skeleton Barrel directly on the Sparky. Mega Knight jumps onto the tower. Inferno Dragon, we actually don't want it to die, so we're going to zap so we can reset. So then the mini P.E.K.K.A targets on top of the Mega Knight, and then the Mega Knight still gives us value. I miss your old meme videos. Love when you lost and got bamboozled by an opponent in Blue Moon. Old tag videos were different. I don't think so, man. I think that my videos were actually way worse back then. Like, I didn't... So, one thing that I can tell you definitively, I didn't care that much about my content because I wasn't doing it full time. And, you know, I didn't necessarily... didn't really put much effort in. Whatever games I recorded just went in my video, and they were just kind of bad, you know? I'm glad that you like that, but, yeah, you know... I think the content recently, the content that I've created, I'm really, really proud of. But yeah, I'm glad that you know, kind of grew up with those videos and you vibe with those. Genuinely, I wasn't very proud of them. And today, I can finally say, like, I actually really enjoy making my own videos. And I love the videos that I and my team put together. Also, one thing for sure is I edited my own videos back then. So if you liked those... thank you, because I only put like 3 to 4 hours into my own edits. That's what I did. I made them. You're the best. It's directly next to subscribe. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's cool that you guys actually enjoyed videos that I created and I edited personally, because, you know, that was my humor as well. It's just the edits weren't as good. The edits were not near as good. I love the random edits. No, I think they were like super low effort. You know, like if you have repetitive edits that aren't necessarily unique, I think the videos just kind of feel bad after a while, right? Like, personally, I wouldn't watch my own videos then. You still play Wild Rift? No, I haven't played Wild Rift in a while. Still a fun game, though. Will you upload any vlog or of your real life anywhere? Yeah, I will. I really want to. On my second channel, More Tag, or maybe here, I'll probably upload some vlogs or some other stuff like that. When will we get another Mega Draft run? Ooh, I don't know, man. I can't tell you anything about Mega Draft because I know that they don't want to put it in the regular game mode without anything else. They said that if they have Mega Draft in the game, they'll have other options of playing Clash Royale competitively. You always have good energy. Thanks, man. I try to have good energy. I try to surround myself with people that have good energy. And I don't always have good energy every single time in life. There's a lot of times that, you know, you end up having struggles. You have things that happen. But when you play video games and you get to relax and you get to enjoy things, really easy to have good energy and enjoy life a little bit more. So I want to let you know that, you know, it's good to have good energy, but you can't always have good energy all the time. Do you play Clash of Clans? I never play Clash. I don't love Clash. I don't like base builders that much. I haven't been a fan of any games like that. I'll play them for sponsorships and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be disingenuous and say that I love Clash of Clans. I actually don't like it. Not a huge fan of base builders, just because they take up so much time, right? For me, Clash Royale, I can jump into a match and I'm like, wait, then 3 minutes, the vibe, kind of a fun and fast-paced game. For me, base builders feel like an expo match, you know? Maybe it's satisfying being able to build up your base and stuff, but it's just the amount of time that it takes, it mentally messes with me because I'm like, wait, could have been doing other stuff, right? Are you the type of guy to play for pleasure? Yeah, of course. I mean, that's why I play video games in general. I never went into YouTube with the philosophy of, oh, I'm gonna, you know, make it as a YouTuber and I'm gonna make a lot of money and I'm gonna do this and this and this. That was never part of the plan. And if that is part of your plan and you're a YouTuber, you are not gonna succeed. You will not be able to do it sustainably. You're gonna quit. You're gonna be tilted. You're not gonna enjoy the views that you get. You're just not gonna have a good time in life. So, I can't say that enough. That that's just something that needs to be said, though. If you are doing YouTube and you don't actually enjoy it and you're not doing it for the pleasure of it, you are going to fail 100%. All right, we're going for this. We're going to go for a firecracker as well, and we'll see what else we can do. I mean, this might be able to take tower if we're lucky. I mean, we got the Mega Knight coming through, and then we can go for Spear Goblins afterward. Okay, that's looking like it's really, really bad for us, guys. No, I think we're going to lose. Dang it. I wish we were able to not reset or lose any games here, but looking really, really rough. I mean, maybe we can still make something happen if we're lucky. He's going to go for a Princess, or maybe we can go for Skeleton Barrel on the other side. All right, let's focus up, guys. Let's see if we can still make this happen. Got a Mega Knight coming at him. We can go in for Skeleton Barrel and Spear Goblins and other stuff on the left-hand side. We have to unload everything we got, though. We got to go Mini P.E.K.K.A. This Inferno Dragon has to maybe take the tower on the other side. Oh, no. It's looking really hard. Really, really tough stuff. Sparky's going to give us some value. We're going to go in for bats as well with the Skeleton Barrel. Maybe we can get Spear Goblins down. I mean, I don't think it's going to work, but hopefully the bats can do something. Maybe the bats can just lock onto the tower. Oh my gosh. No! That's crazy. Hey, should have happened. Would love to watch you play TFT at some point. Yeah, dude, I love TFT. I've actually been playing with a lot of my friends recently. How much money do you make per video? I don't answer personal questions like that. I think that, you know, anything about monetary stuff or like really personal questions about anything that I, you know, is like something too personal, I don't answer those. I'll try to answer every other question, but, you know, that's stuff that I don't want to talk about. It's Cooper from X. Yo, what's up, dude? Oh, dude, I can't, with a straight face, I can't call it X, bro. I can't. Like, wow, I shared a video from X. Wow. I ended up, like, seeing a post from X. Nah, bro, it's Twitter. It's Twitter. The Zap, yeah, I didn't get it down in time, unfortunately. It is what it is. It happens, right? The missing pro versus pro with Clash of Dash, yeah. For me, it's devious and mischievous. Or mischievous. Oh, my God. Did I say it incorrectly? Again? I'm such a failure sometimes. Yeah, mischievous is where it's at. Oh, jeez. How have you not got burnt out with these broken Evos and made me quit 5 days ago? Not actually that bad. I kind of just enjoy playing the game. The evolutions are one of those things that if you actually play it to enjoy the cards, it's not that bad. If you play it to push up to the new highest rank and then you're losing because the evolutions are tilting you, then that's going to be a bad experience. But it's fun to switch in and out of different evolutions and then try different decks. Like, for instance, right now, I'm testing out a Skeleton's Evolutions deck with an Elixir Collector and a Giant, and it's probably one of the most fun decks I've ever played. So it's really dependent on what you're doing and how things are going and stuff like that, more so than anything else. Mischievous. I know, guys. I can't say it. Words are tough sometimes. Words are tough. Tag is a billionaire confirmed. Very far away from a billionaire. Not even close, bro. What happened to bamboo intros? What do you mean, bamboo intros? I'm really confused on that. Y'all keep saying bamboo. I'm not a panda. I'm not a panda. Oh, you guys remember the panda intro? That was pretty fun. That was actually... I guess maybe that's what you're talking about. Oh, that one bamboo intro was really fun. I think that was probably one of my favorite videos that I've ever created. I think my favorite one was the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, though. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll actually post it in the pinned comment. It's actually my favorite video that I think I've ever created on the channel. It was a Diary of a Wimpy deck. Like the lowest damage cards in Clash Royale all in one deck. And it was by far one of my favorite videos. So I'll post that in the pinned comment. And then you guys can check that out if you guys want, if you're watching on a VOD. That intro was so funny. Alright, alright. We can go in for like an Inferno Dragon here and then also a Firecracker. Maybe a Mini P.E.K.K.A as well. Spear Goblins here. Let's go Skeleton Barrel as well. I think we're cooking. I think we're in a much better spot right now. The thing is, the guy just keeps cycling cannons and stuff like that, which the distractions are very, very annoying. He's just dropping them every single time he can. Okay, so we do get the Sparky at least. Just play this a little bit safer. The Musketeers are not a bad decision either. I guess like if you stack up a ton of them, they're probably pretty good cards just because they outrange the Sparky and then they don't walk into the Sparky Blast and then they just don't die, right? The 2.6 is actually not that bad in this game mode either, if you really want to play it. Wow, those Musketeers are putting in so much work. The good thing about this is we do have Mini P.E.K.K.A though, so even though he is going to get some nice value with that, it's not the end of the world. And then we can start to make some other moves. Like Skeleton Barrel here, and then we can go in for an Evolved Firecracker when he goes Ice Golem, or he goes in for anything else. Keeps going for cannons up top. A bit annoying, but it is what it is. Go for our Firecracker here, Inferno Dragon. Mega Knight afterward. Really good Electro Spirit by him, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think that we do end up getting a good trade. Oh! Oh, geez. That's not good for him at all. Yeah, he's got to go in for a cannon in a different spot now. And a Fireball and everything, and then we can probably just spam all of our stuff. Probably have the Firecracker lock onto the tower for a little bit of damage. Looking really rough, actually. Because this guy is pretty good at the game. Go Mini P.E.K.K.A here again. Try to go Skeleton Barrel afterward. After we can blast the cannon, that's ideal. Nice. Go for a Firecracker, Bats, Spear Goblins. I'm just dropping all of our Elixir here and then trying to cycle 2 Zaps maybe. I think we win. I don't see any situation where he's able to get like a Fireball down and then still defend this. Yeah, we do win that one. The guy was definitely a very good player. Like, he didn't give us that many opportunities, and we'll just give him a GG and a well played. All 6 recruits. Imagine you beat Molite. I mean, when I'm playing really well, I can beat anyone in the game. That's the cool thing about Clash Royale is, like, you know, I finished top 21 in the world. I'm a top 1,000 player. I can beat everyone. I beat Igor recently, who, you know, used to be one of the best players in the world, right? Well, actually, I did beat him when he was one of the best. Still is, probably. But, yeah, I mean, I beat a lot of top 10, top 20 players in Clash Royale. It's really fun. Actually, in one of my most recent videos, I beat Atlas, who is the clone furnace, like, skeleton barrel, giant skeleton deck. And he's really, really good. And I beat him recently. So it's like, it's cool. If you end up getting a good matchup, if your opponent makes a slight misplay and you play perfectly or you make a good prediction at a certain skill level, you can kind of beat anyone. That's a good thing about Clash Royale and a bad thing about Clash Royale. If you're a really good player, you probably want to win every game that you're playing. But you can't because it's a card game, and card games definitely have some intrinsic elements of luck. And no one's a robot. No one plays perfectly at all points in time. And sometimes players will have extremely good games compared to their normal games. And sometimes when all that stuff comes together, you can beat people that you shouldn't be beating. Also, I just missed the skeleton barrel, so a little bit embarrassing, not going to lie. But hey, we're still here for it. Get a mini packet down. Maybe we can go and take the Sparky to town. How good is the witch here? I don't think it outdamages my mini packet, so that's good. But the witch spawning skeletons is very annoying. Okay, finally we were able to kill the bats. Get the spear goblins on the tower. Nice, that's cool. We'll take that. Mini packet doesn't get it. Oh, it does! Okay. Light work. Light work. We take that. Heavy damage, light work, easy stuff. You remember the trifecta back in the day? Yeah, dude. That Hog Rider Valkyrie deck with Musketeer and Cannon and Freeze. That was fun, man. I'll never forget those moments. Oh, jeez. Really should have played this a lot better, shouldn't I have? Alright, I don't think we saved the tower here. I don't know. I think that was pretty dumb. Oops. 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 As you guys can see, I've been taking a couple days off Clash a little bit more so my gameplay is not as good as normal. But it is what it is. I'll be back to business. I'll be playing a lot better tomorrow. Or maybe later today, because I'm starting to get more warmed up. We can go for a Mega Knight on top of the Witch and then also the Dark Goblin and finish it off. And then we can go for Bats afterward. I do want to win this game. It would make me really happy if we were able to walk away with a win here. It's going to be less likely, though, because I didn't play super well. It's hard to, like, finagle your way through and get wins after you play poorly. Especially if we're going directly, like, into a Dark Goblin, we kind of need... Like, the Dark Goblin doesn't... The Dark Goblin's able to outrange the Sparky, so the people that we're playing against at this point are just playing really, really well. GG and well played to our opponent. We'll jump on to the next one. I also took yesterday off. Yeah, you know, sometimes it just happens like that. We'll jump on to the next one. You turn slow mode off? No, slow mode is there just because I don't want people to spam like bad messages and stuff like that. Is your background a green screen? No, it's a regular screen. Just, you know, got some lights in the background. You make it look so easy. Dude, I made losing look so easy there. Got you, man. You win some, you lose some? Yeah, 100%. One of the main things in Clash or in anything is adjust expectations, right? You can't have everything be perfect. If you expect everything to be perfect, you're just going to be set up for disappointment at all points of time, and then life is just going to be really not that fun. I try to manage expectations a lot more than that. Cool, we got the Sparky. That's awesome. And then it should target onto the Witch. And then I think that the Ram Rider dies too. Yeah, this guy's in a really bad spot now. So yeah, as you guys can see, like, having the Skeleton Barrel as a win condition is pretty freaking clutch. Very, very fun card to play. You know Molite personally? Yeah, I've asked him. I've seen him quite a bit. I mean, talked to him. I haven't seen him in person yet, but like I've talked to him a lot online. So yeah, it depends on what you mean by that. Personally, like I could say, yeah, I've talked to him a lot. Also, I could be like, well, you know, I haven't met him in person yet. What's the best deck in your opinion? For this challenge is the deck that I'm currently playing. That's the reason why it's titled Best Deck for the Challenge. And it's also, you know, the number one ranked deck statistically. So if you want to disagree with it, sure, you can have a different opinion, but you can't disagree with, hey, it's the number one ranked deck in Royal API for the challenge right now. So that's the cool thing about it. That's also part of the reason why I decided to do it, because I hadn't played the challenge yet, and I played it for like a little bit of time today, and I was like, wait, got to show all the viewers what the best deck is for the challenge, how to play it, what I think about it, and why it's strong. So that's the reason why I just did this instead of consulting pro players or making my own deck today. I didn't have that much time, and I just wanted to show you guys what was the best deck objectively overall from the stats department. Because I could tell you what I feel, but maybe that would be wrong. So I just wanted to show you guys what was the strongest, I guess. All right, we're going to go in for a Mega Knight here because we do win that interaction. Killing the Inferno Dragon was very clutch. And then we can maybe go for bats here as well on the right-hand side with the Mega Knight and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And then we can maybe go for his app. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. We should win this game. And then after winning this one, we'll jump on the next one. OJ played this deck in his video, and it became the best deck. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely what I think is, like, strongest deck from what I saw from all the decks that I was looking at. I played, like, 4 or 5 different decks, and then this was the #1 ranked deck, so I just rolled with it. Can I show us your main Royal Recruits Royal Hogs deck? As I said before, guys, if you're ever looking for a deck that I've played, my main one for Royal Hogs Royal Recruits, type in SirTag Royal Hogs Royal Recruits on YouTube, and that will always come up with my most recent one. So, yeah, just check it out there. Should Larry Evo get buffed? I don't think so. I think it's pretty strong as is. I think that all evolutions are pretty good. If anything, I think the evolutions should get nerfed a little bit, and then maybe the skeleton one doesn't get a nerf as much. That's just my opinion. Everyone can have different opinions on that. Doesn't necessarily matter that much. Something that keep in mind though. Okay, so we've got bats for this Electro. Ooh. Do this. Let's do this, and let's go in for a Firecracker, I guess. Not necessarily the best, but it will end up killing the balloons, so I'm not in a terrible spot. We were back to our Spear Goblins as well if we needed to. And wait, the bats are going to be able to finish it off. Yeah, this is really good. This is awesome. Let's go and spread out our Spear Goblins so we can't hit everything with a spell or splash damage. And let's go in for a Skeleton Barrel afterward. Nice. Really good stuff, guys. Looks like we're in a perfect position to win this game. So I'm looking at it and I'm loving it. Not a fan of these wacky challenges. I want draft back. Hey, dude, I mean, there's going to be different challenges for everyone. That's the cool thing about Clash, is not everyone vibes with this very specific deck. Not everyone vibes with a very specific challenge. But the cool thing... Oh, that should have been an Inferno Dragon for us. The cool thing about it is you can choose what you like and what you don't like, and you don't have to play these challenges if you don't want to. Obviously, they give you a lot of benefits, so it's worth playing. But yeah, that's one thing I like. Well played. Thanks, man. That was the worst play I've done in a while, but we made it happen, you know? All right, let's go for a Firecracker here. And then go for a Spear Goblins afterward. Oh. Is that going to be able to pull the Mega Knight? No! The Mega Knight's not going to jump. Oh, my gosh. So since the Firecracker moved slightly further back, we didn't get the trade that we wanted. That was actually tragic. I forgot that if the Firecracker shoots, she's going to move backwards, so I wasn't able to activate King Tower. It's fine. It's just not the way that we wanted to play, you know? All right, do we lose our tower here or not? I don't know. I mean, we should. How does it still get a shot? We zapped it. No. Okay. It's game time, guys. It's game time. All right, we're going to go for Spear Goblins. We're going to do this. Use a zap here to reset. Nice. We get it. We get it. We killed the Electro Wizard, which is huge. All right, we're going to go bats here. We've got the Inferno Dragon. We've got the Mega Knight. We've got the Firecracker rolling through. We've got everything we could ever ask for. This should be a win. We do kill his Firecracker too, which is huge. All right, we're going to Mini P.E.K.K.A. directly on this. I don't think I want to spend any extra elixir besides Spear Goblins. Okay, we're so focused right now. Y'all can't mess with this. Handling the inner Inferno Dragon spam. All right, we got the Inferno Dragon and Skeleton Barrel coming at him. Skeleton army should be dead. Cool. We can go for an Inferno Dragon afterward. We might be able to kill the Mega Knight. Go for Mini P.E.K.K.A. It does fully counter the Hog Rider, so no damage taken there. And then we can go in for Spear Goblins here, and then get bats down afterward. Trying everything in my power to finish off those bats. It's interesting, though, because there's a lot going on in this game. If I mess up and I overcommit, then I could lose, so I'm trying not to do that. Alright, so we can go for a Mega Knight directly on the Firecracker. Go for a Skeleton Barrel here as well. We do end up having an evolved Firecracker, which is always nice, but I bet you he's going to drop something to the right. He goes in for a Mega Knight. Oh, the skeletons though. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's huge. Zap here so we distract the Mega Knight. Cool, then we can go for our own Mega Knight in the middle. And we can Firecracker as well on his Firecracker. Come on, guys, we got this. Give me the win. Oh, jeez, please just let my Firecracker hit. Oh, she didn't hit. What's up with that? Okay, we win. Let's go. We made it happen. Besides Clash Royale, what other games do you play? It's on PC, mobile, or... Yeah, so I just play TFT, and I just do it with friends. I've actually started to do a lot more crosswords. Guys, we could do crosswords together. I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't know if you... Oh, actually, I don't know. I feel like someone would mess it up and screw around. We could do crosswords on a website together. I think that'd be pretty fun. I was thinking about it. I was wondering. I don't know. I don't know if you guys do the New York Times ever. But I do the New York Times just because I learn a lot from it. Favorite type of music? I like lo-fi a lot. TFT is Teamfight Tactics. Crosswords LOL? Yeah, I mean, hey, LOL, but it's fun. Hey, Jake, how do you find the decks that you use your videos on? Just by looking through the leaderboards. Love your videos. Stay positive, man. Yeah, so I genuinely just, like, I look at, you know, the leaderboards for sure, but I also ask the top professional players in the game what they think. Because if I'm not asking top pros, a lot of times the decks are just not necessarily going to be as cohesive. If I'm not asking top pros for strategies on how to improve, or if I'm not asking them on what they're doing and how they're making things happen, a lot of times I wouldn't be able to give the best advice for you guys. So not only do I need to actively ask the best players in the game, but they also need to be really good decks that are reliable. So I try to get the best tips, and I try to get the best decks, and decks that are also unique and fun for me. So usually I explore the leaderboards and then try to reach out to pros and see if they are willing or able to help me learn their deck. And if not, then generally I'm not able to put it in. But yeah, that's how I try to operate. I think it's a good way of doing it too. Also, thank you for the $5, dude. Destruction Duo. Love you, man. All right, we're going to go mini P.E.K.K.A here, and we should be able to go and kill the Sparky. Definitely looking at that in a good way, and I'm pretty happy with that, so. All right, cool. Very nice. Go for bats here. Bats on bats on bats. Oh, wait. This mini P.E.K.K.A is going to lock onto the tower. He isn't ready. He isn't ready. That's one shot, maybe two, maybe two, maybe two. Let's go. That is incredible. That's what I'm talking about. 2 shots, baby. All right, we can get the Firecracker here, and then we can go for Spear Goblins afterward. And the reason why I think these Spear Goblins are going to be good is because, like, they don't die, and they outrange the Sparky, even if he... the Firecracker splashing onto the Dark Goblin. Oh, my gosh. Dude, that's brutal. He had enough, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it. That Sparky was at, like, 20 HP. That was insane. Wait, how was the Sparky HP going down lower for his? Because, was that a glitch? I want to rewatch that replay, because there was nothing targeting the Sparky, yet the HP of the Sparky was going down lower. I want to watch that again afterwards. We're going to watch that after this game. You guys can let me know what was happening, if that was a glitch or not, because he wasn't hitting it. There was nothing that was targeting the Sparky, but the Sparky HP from the red guy, it was going down lower. I don't know why. Red King was getting an advantage there. It's almost as if the poison was helping him or something. I don't know. It was weird. Alright, so we're just going to go for a Firecracker here. Should be able to get a Inferno Dragon, Spear Goblins, and then kind of feel comfortable with myself getting bats down and then zapping on top of the Skeleton Barrel. Oh, the Skeleton Barrel wandered its way through. That's fine. We just zap. We just zap. We don't mess it up. We don't mess it up like our opponent did last time. Throwing that shade and hopefully not throwing the game. Fancy your chance. We got him. GG. That's a serious W, guys. Let's go. Sound broke? Oh, no. I'm so sorry about that. Lots of times that happens. Audio, bro? Yeah. I tried my hardest, but, like, hey, I can't fix the audio while I'm playing, so it'll always be fixed after that. Let's go. We got the season token. That's what we love to see, baby. So we're going to go to the shop, and as you guys can see, you want to spend all the seasonal tokens before they become expired. So let's go and do this. We can get some extra stuff. Let's go. Maybe go and buy. So this Evo shard doesn't really give that much value, I think. Go and buy that. I think buying the P.E.K.K.A is probably the best value because it gives us more than the cards. All right, so it's just like 500. Just keep buying them. Just keep upgrading. Kind of funny that that's the case. Like how I'm actively trying my hardest to upgrade cards to level 15 and I have to use the season shop. I don't know what the best value is, but I assume just continuously doing this is like the best. Find those. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? You guys let me know. And go here. Getting those wild cards. We get 100 from that. How much do we get from this? 100. So it's obviously better to just buy those. How much do we get from this? 100. Okay, so it's better to just continuously go and buy the 500 ones. It's just better value. Cool. Nice. So we ended up using all of our tokens and still haven't really upgraded the many cards to level 15 because we're kind of waiting to see if they're going to adjust any of that stuff, but I highly doubt it. Oh, let's go. Look at all the tokens that we got too. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like on the video. It supports me for free. It goes a long way, and the video gets pushed out to more people. Subscribe for more daily videos every single day. And also, there's going to be challenges or YouTube videos at 3 p.m. Eastern, so definitely stay tuned for that in the future. I will always upload content for you guys, and you can count on me. No matter when you're watching, no matter where you're watching, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for taking the time out of your days to be here. And, you know, when the next season hits, you guys already know, I'm going to collect as many banners as possible. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a banner spending spree. What was the deck? So this was the deck. It was the highest ranked deck for the challenge, and I would really recommend playing it. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.